Hello, everybody. Good to be here. Another week, another meetup. But this time we are just talking about BAF and all of our updates. So I'm just going to take a quick moment and invite the people who will be presenting today as speakers. We're just waiting for one more, but Anthony.
How's it going, everyone?
Great. In the short term, would you mind just shutting off your mic and camera? And then once we are at your point, awesome. Cool. So we're just going to get started. So BAF, for those who don't know, the 501c3 nonprofit that starts accredited blockchain courses in universities around the country. Primarily just started in California, incorporated about 2 years ago or so. And we do a bunch of other stuff. We get people jobs in the space. We host meetups, we host conferences, and today we'll be talking about the course that we're launching at UC Davis next quarter, some project updates from our university groups, some research that we're working on, awesome Zero Knowledge conference that we're co-organizing, a hackathon that we're a part of that there's actually $100,000 that you can make, some focus group initiative that we're going to be running, our upcoming meetups, along with some more administrative stuff like, testing out our recruiting method. We're going to create brand kits and some other stuff. So that being said, we'll just get started with some big announcements. Really cool. I don't think we've had one of these since Protocol Labs donated $10,000 to our organization to essentially keep us alive and get us, compensated for a lot of the work that we have done. For those who don't know, everyone up to now has been essentially volunteer, 100%. This organization started with me couch surfing from university to university for a year, onboarding the presidents of every blockchain club, finding an advisor, getting that advisor to be the liaison for their university, which they probably already were, but trying to unite everybody. And now we have grown a lot greater. PG is, the vice president. He was essentially the number 3 person to come on and has made a huge contribution. And now what's really cool is that we're finally starting to make some money. And the whole vision of BAF originally is to create a completely automated and decentralized nonprofit, a tax-exempt nonprofit that's 100% incentive aligned. So for those who don't know, if you could donate cryptocurrency, if you could donate cryptocurrency in the United States and not pay capital gains on the crypto that you're donating. And to us, this is a sort of the engine to the beginning of an incentive aligned nonprofit where people can actively donate crypto to accelerate crypto through the form of education and jobs and whatnot. So what's cool here is that these assumptions that we made that people would be, let's say, willing to pay for education, willing to, pay for a meetup or recruiting or connecting startups to funding, people are actually starting to pay for, which is really cool. So eventually we would even like for this money to be voted on across the entire from the entire organization. Obviously, that's a very complex process. We've seen what happens with the DAO and how these things can go awry. We're not quite there yet. We want to prove out these models, specifically recruiting, events, education, like curriculum development, and focus groups, and then introducing projects to investors. So this is why we have the BAF membership application, which I'm going to drop in the chat here. This is how we're able to identify what everyone's looking to give and what everyone's willing to, what everyone wants to take and what everyone's willing to give. So this is where we want to be essentially just a trusted network of channels connecting people. So that being said, fill out the membership application. This is how we, plan to scale and also provide everyone the resources and things that they need. But next, I'm just going to share my screen real quick, give everyone a quick rundown of the course that we're running at UC Davis. It's a pretty cool course. We're going to starts next week, actually, next Thursday. And it's primarily taught by Dr. Mohammed Sadogi. He runs the Exploratory Lab at UC Davis. It's a blockchain lab, also known as the Expo Lab. Also runs his own private blockchain fabric called called Resilient DB, and this is the agenda. We have some really amazing speakers. So Mo, I'm going to give a talk. People from RSK, people from Blockstack, Upstate Interactive, Truffle, Prismatic Labs. Our boy Preston will be speaking about ETH 2.0, IBM Research, Ant Financial, Baseline with John Wolpert. He was there he was with us last week. This is probably going to change, and this is probably going to be taught by Coinbase, and it's going to be about crypto economics for security, zero knowledge proofs with Fundora. This is supposed to be Hashgraph, Near, Web3, Algorand, Metacartel, Celo, Govern, DeFi Dad will be giving a talk about decentralized finance, and this is an accredited course. So, we want to provide people the opportunity to learn about blockchain and receive credit for it. So that being said, it's all, another really cool thing is that this is going to be project-based, and we convinced the department to open source this material. So this will be 100% open to the public. Well, the course itself, to get credit, obviously you have to be a student of UC Davis, but the material will be made publicly available after each session. So I think that's really neat. And next thing is it's project-based. So where we structured it is throughout the quarter, you have to go and actually build something, and that's where like 90% of your grade will come from. And you will, we structured the final project proposal to essentially be the Web3 Foundation grant submission. So what the goal with this is, if people want to take their project to the next level, they have the ecosystem funds. I actually dropped today Celo announced their third wave of funding for projects. So there's all these ecosystem funds out there, if you don't know, that are willing to fund your projects. So you just need to write a grant. So in this class, we're essentially teaching people how to write grants and then providing them the education to build something useful. Next, it would be great for Anthony for you to come on and talk a little bit about your project, the decentralized version of SeeClickFix. But
definitely. Okay, first of all, I'm Anthony.
Yeah, sorry. Go ahead. You got it.
Okay. I'm a senior at blockchain at UCLA. And for those of you who don't know what SeeClickFix is, it's just an application that a lot of cities in the US use to streamline community service things. So users will report a broken light post or a pothole, and then this gets uploaded to their server and then gets directly sent to the proper municipal and the government. So this is essentially a decentralized version where users upload the info and images of whatever problem in the city and upload that to a decentralized storage, which then will return a hash. And then this hash is stored on the Ethereum blockchain. So which essentially creates a decentralized and open record of city work and needed repairs. City administrators can update the status of these contracts. Currently, we plan on building the web app first of this using React. And then essentially after that, we get that working, we plan on making the mobile apps for Android and iPhone. So far, we've written the prototype of our smart contracts and also have a very primitive React app that just has a basic map. Personally, right now, I'm studying different types of storage systems. And hopefully we can have a basic working web app prototype by the end of 2020. I'll drop my email if you have any questions or you want to just have any info that might be pertains to this project. But yeah, that's a quick recap of what we're doing at UCLA.
Awesome, man. That was perfect. Yeah, feel free to be open. Like we have a Discord. The whole point of this is just so the community can get together. Reach out to him there. He's there as well. And yeah, thank you, Anthony, for that update. The next thing is that BAF we want to start organizing, and actually, part of the mission here is for people to be sort of self-organizing. But we're here. We have mentors and people who'd be willing to help and to pursue Gitcoin grants. So PG, if you actually don't mind coming on real quick and talking a little bit about Gitcoin grants and some of our desires there to build teams and build cool stuff.
Well, first of all, you mentioned product managers, and we recently onboarded, and I'm very happy about it because they were my classmates for my master. Recently, we had C-Dash, Ashlash, and Banu joining our team and helping out. They're very experienced project managers. They are very good at organizing. And what Cameron was saying kind of links to this, because these Gitcoin grants, and I'm going to drop a couple of links in the chat for you guys to explore. These could be projects where a group of people can work on, and these projects pay. These are bounties. The one I'm dropping in the chats are $200, and the other is $720. And these are bounties that blockchain companies put out there because they need people to build stuff for them because they don't have the manpower to do so. And these are also very cool opportunities to, improve your skills. And in case you need, to organize and coordinate with other people, please reach out to Sid or Ash or Banu. They're in our Discord channel, and of course, reach out to us as well. We're happy to coordinate all of this. But I would encourage you to explore these bounties because they're very good opportunities. The second one I sent is from Starus. We are actually planning an event with them soon. So ultimately, if we start proving ourselves, or better, BAF members start building for the community out there, then we can go out and ask these companies to maybe give us some, preferred grants or preferred bounties for us. So ultimately, building a good portfolio for BAF would be great for the whole community overall. We could get access to better opportunities. So yeah, that's about that. I would encourage you guys to explore Gitcoin. It's a great platform. Yeah. Hey, Adam.
Hey, I'm not sure why I'm up here, but
welcome.
Here I am.
That's good. Yeah, that's about it for Gitcoin. Cam?
Yep. Adam and PG, I would love for you to talk a little bit about the Algorand research that you're working on as well.
Sure. Adam, you wanna start?
Yeah. So some of you may know that BAF was awarded a research grant by the Algorand Foundation in order to investigate stablecoin adoption on university campuses. The idea of using a blockchain-based currency within the closed payment environment of campus. So PG and I have been meeting with the Algorand team every 2 weeks, and we're in the process of conducting a number of focus groups, interviews, and surveys in order to put together a market research report on well, we'll find out when we finish it, but whether or not there's promise in terms of universities being a beachhead market for stablecoin adoption. If anyone here is a parent or university administrator or owns a local business next to a campus, PG and I would love to talk with you for 30 minutes at some point. So please reach out. Also, if you are a student at a university and are interested in helping us organize a short focus group meeting with a few other students around the future of payments and the problems and needs with current currency and payment systems on campuses, also please reach out. We'd love to talk with you too.
And real quick, also, the link that Cameron just dropped is about organizing a technical focus group. Since the majority of the people here probably are leaders of blockchain clubs or technical people, Algorand is very interested in setting up a think tank where we can actually think about a product. So if you're interested in participating in that, please fill out that form. It's very, very brief. So yeah.
Amazing. And PG, if you could just grant permission on that form, that'd be wonderful. And then a couple other things are upcoming hackathons. We have the World Blockchain Hackathon, which is going to be pretty cool. As I mentioned earlier, there's $100,000 available, and some mentorship as well for the winner. And you will be joined, I think, some of the let me just check it out myself. Some of the judges and advisors are people like Stani from Aave, people from the Web3 Foundation. We have the founder of Ocean Protocol. It's pretty cool. I'm dropping a link here, and definitely check it out. And then the next one is a Cosmos specific hackathon that is also coming up. It's called Hack Live. Cosmos hackathon, and you can find that here. These are two really cool events that I highly recommend you get involved with. Feel free to use the BAF Discord, the ideas channel, to drop any ideas that you want to build with other people. And this is just a good place to sort of find other team members and developers, or, and we're eventually going to be creating templates and resources to help you sort of find these individuals. But in the short term, just sign up. I just drop your ideas. And then the next thing, I'm not sure if Kinji is on this call. Let me see. Kinji's not on the call, but we are also. This is a very cool announcement. Is we're running a zero knowledge conference. Zero Knowledge Proof and Privacy Summit is technically what it's called. And I'm very, very excited. Hey, Kinji, you're here. Awesome. Let me invite you to the screen. I just have to find you. Yes, actually, if you could just turn on your camera and mic, that would be great. And then, but before sort of passing it on to you, just a quick update on what this conference is. It's we're talking about everything zero knowledge. And for those who don't know, zero knowledge proofs are probably, in my eyes, going to be the scalability solution to a lot of layer 1 and layer 2 blockchains. Also, it provides verifiable privacy, which is very unique. And there's been a whole lot of innovations recently that is going to make this possible. So we're essentially organizing with the best cryptography researchers in the world to make this a very, very awesome and educational event. Highly recommend you participate. And Kinji, you can sort of describe a little bit more about the community partnership opportunity.
Yeah, absolutely. For those of you who don't know, first, I'm Kinji, and I've been helping out on some marketing initiatives over the past month, and we'll continue to do that going forward. So the community partnership is for the Zero Knowledge Proof Privacy Summit with Dystopia Labs. I have a link actually to the web page. There we go. Oh, perfect. Nice. And so that is kind of a summit where attendees will learn basically what Cameron said about zero knowledge proofs, in particular financial privacy, and kind of how that'll help the space moving forward. On our end, we're serving as a matchmaker for finding community partners for the summit, which is essentially we're going to people within our network and trying to get them to kind of join in on a joint marketing initiative, essentially, where they push out the summit to their network. And then in return, Dystopia Labs, who's putting on the summit, is going to give them a shout out. So we're hoping to secure, I think, between about 5 to 10 community partners for the event and help drive roughly 2,500 to 3,000 attendees towards the event. Right now, on my end, I have about 3 confirmed partners. There's 2 more who I think they're going to confirm by the end of the day, maybe tomorrow. So we're definitely going to get in that 5 to 10 range. And it looks like Cameron, I think on your end, also has a few more partners that are interested. So we're definitely doing well there. But yeah, it's kind of a part of a wider initiative that Cameron was mentioning, where we want to be a part or want to be a matchmaker for these industry events and continue to partner with great organizations like Dystopia Labs and help them push out their events, as well as gaining traction for our own initiatives. But yeah, I'll pass it back to you, Cameron.
Awesome, man. Thank you, Kinji. And to be super specific, in order to become a community partner, we expect you to post on social media, make an email blast, post on your internal channels, and yeah, that's really it. And you get your logo put up there. I think this is an awesome opportunity for your organizations to get a good amount of press. We would, retweet a couple times, tagging your organization and thanking you individually. So really cool event. I'm super stoked for it. If you're not interested in becoming a community partner, I recommend you just sign up anyway. To me, this is the very most cutting edge of the blockchain space. And we're actually going to start, some of the potential community partners are some of the largest and most reputable cryptography organizations in the world. So check it out. It's going to be pretty cool. Besides that, that is actually the last event of a larger conference called Liquidity 2020. And this is primarily, it's sort of like DeFi. It's just a huge many-day conference, virtual conference with tons of amazing speakers put on by Dystopia Labs. Shinju, the founder of Dystopia Labs, is busy today, but she's going to come on. She's, by the way, is an advisor to BAF. And if any of your organizations actually want to get in touch with, and again, this sort of goes out to the student organizations out there, with any of the speakers you see in this on this list, let us know, and we can try to make that happen. There's really cool companies. Just give it a click, sign up. It's gonna be a really awesome event. And then moving on from that, let me just find my agenda. Yeah, there's an NSF grant. So we applied for an NSF grant to create modular bookkeeping software for the proof of stake economy back in February or so. It has been a long time. Normally it doesn't take this long to hear back from the NSF, but that's actually a good thing. It means that they have read our application and didn't deny us. This is a grant for $280,000. And if we get it, then we will be building a team to create modular bookkeeping software for the proof of stake economy. For those who don't know, the way that proof of stake rewards are currently taxed is very sort of disadvantageous for the people staking, because the crypto is taxed when you receive it, not when you sell it. And again, these are the rewards that you get, for example, supporting a proof of stake network like Ethereum 2.0. And the price of crypto can drop from the time you receive it by the time you sell it. So the whole goal here is to create bookkeeping software that would be modular with changing regulation. So we are waiting to hear back from that. Just want to provide a little update there. It's been a little longer than we anticipated, but hopefully that will pan out. Besides that, some other focus group related things. To be 100% transparent, I got a full-time job. I'm working with a company called Findora these days, and they are looking for people to test out their testnet. This is a verifiably private blockchain where you can create your own zero knowledge assets, which I think is very unique. It's essentially Ethereum meets Zcash. It's a spin-out project from Stanford's Applied Cryptography Lab, and the team is amazing. And we're looking for testnet users. These testnet users, this is something I like to scale across many other companies. We're in conversations with Near to provide feedback primarily for developers and other users as well, for some of their applications. But this is essentially what Findora is doing as well. And if you're at all interested in getting involved, this is a great way to sort of burst your way into a company. Besides that, we have some really cool upcoming meetups. First one would be next Thursday, a week from today, with Flow Blockchain. This will be co-organized with Carnegie Mellon's Blockchain Club. And the advertising material and event is not live quite yet, but we'll be diving deep into the technical architecture of the Flow blockchain. How they approach consensus is different than how other sharding blockchains approach consensus, and we think it's quite unique. So for those who don't know, Flow is a relatively new blockchain that has partnered up with the NBA and the UFC to provide a very scalable way to process non-fungible tokens. They were the people behind CryptoKitties, and the organization, the for-profit organization behind the public network Flow blockchain, is called Dapper Labs. So that's cool. That's going to happen next week. The same day next week, Blockchain at Berkeley is having their accelerator demo day. And this is an invite-only event where you can see all of the and engage with the startups coming out of Berkeley's blockchain accelerator. I dropped the invite link here. It'd be better if you don't share it. I mean, unless there's like very specific people, don't be going around posting this thing everywhere. But yeah, this is Blockchain at Berkeley's blockchain accelerator demo day. That's happening right after the Flow blockchain event. So that's happening. And then the following week, we'll be working with Sheet 56 on an event around blockchain and the state of mass adoption with the CEO of Binance US, Catherine Cooley, and the executive director of Consensus, Vanessa Grillette. So I think that's going to be a really amazing event. Again, the marketing material isn't quite out yet, but we're very excited for these. And then we have 1 week where we don't know exactly what's going on. We're working on it. And then the following week, we'll be hosting an event with Zcash, an electric coin company. Electric coin company, for those who don't know, is sort of the for-profit arm of the Zcash Foundation. And not necessarily arm, it's an entirely different entity, but this is how people get paid. So that is, let me see, agenda. Besides that, suggestions. Yes, if you want to co-organize an event with us, feel free to contact us directly on Discord. We're really sort of active there. That's the best place to reach us. If you have a company that you want to organize it with, as you can probably tell up to now, we're pretty well connected in the industry and can get in contact with most people. So just let us know who you want to reach out to and who you want to run an event with, and we can try to make it happen. Besides, if you don't, we're going to sort of just like take the agenda and sort of invite people as we do. Some companies that we want to kind of work with next would be Ava Labs, the Akash Network, Constellation, and Handshake. These are some really cool sort of, Ava Labs is pretty well known, but Akash, Constellation, and Handshake are less known projects in the blockchain space. If you're really deep into it, you definitely know them, but generally speaking, they're relatively unknown, but I think they're really cool. Everything from decentralized storage to decentralized compute to decentralized name servicing, it's really neat. So yeah, events, let me know what you want and we try to make it happen. Besides that, we have a BAF calendar. This is essentially just a Google Calendar for you to keep up to date on all of our events. We're going to be testing out this recruiting model. We have some pending contracts with some companies that are interested in recruiting interesting enough marketing people. They are really well desired right now. For those who don't know, there was a huge boom in 2017, the ICO boom. They raised so much money. A lot of these networks are finally going live and are looking to be more well known. So they're hiring lots of marketing people. If you filled out the BAF membership application, we will contact you with relevant opportunities depending on how you answered that. Next thing, if you're a blockchain club organizer, it's happened way too many times where clubs don't have a very clear, they don't have a logo, or if they do have a logo, it's only against a purple background, or it's not transparent. They don't have, I want to help your clubs essentially get organized with your marketing material. First thing being a logo. So I want to help create a brand kit essentially. So we will be sending out a survey to everybody regarding this brand kit, and we have a designer dedicated to help with that. So it would be great to help your organizations get a little bit more organized in terms of branding. So just stay tuned with those updates. Besides that, we have, as PG mentioned, some really great experienced project managers and product managers coming on board, and they are going to help us create templates for outreach, templates for organizing events, all this other stuff. And just stay tuned with that. We're also optimizing a lot of our processes with Zapier, however you pronounce it. So that's also really unique. The last thing would be, I think, yeah, we're really cruising through this. I don't want to take any more time than we need. But that's, board members. Yes, we will be onboarding more board members. So if you want to apply to become a board member, just reach out to us directly. Board members are organizers of blockchain clubs, so we reserve them for leaders of student organizations, because ultimately this BAF is designed originally was designed for student orgs. And so in order to become a board member, you have to be a blockchain club leader. Don't need to be the president, just a leader. And that's really it. We haven't really structured a formal application yet. As you can probably tell, we're all quite busy and haven't done this yet, but definitely something we are working on. So if you're interested in getting more involved in BAF, contact us via Discord. It's pretty straightforward. We're all online. Just add us as a friend or just message us directly, PG or I. And that's really it. If anyone has any announcements that they want to make, I'm just going to essentially sit quiet for about 30 seconds. Feel free to message the chat to say announcement, and I'll invite you to the screen. But yeah, it was really great. Thank you all for coming. We're going to hop into the networking portion of the event. Feel free to stick around, have some good conversation. If not, then I hope to see you next week at the Flow blockchain event. Besides that, we're also going to drop all of the links that we had already mentioned before. So we have the BAF membership. Follow us on Twitter, follow us on Discord. We have the Zero Knowledge Conference. It'd be great for you to share that around. Even if you're not a community partner, like, please share that. If you see it around, just like it. If you're in Discord and you see someone like comment something too, just drop a little emoji. It would be good to sort of create this more sort of engaged community. So just feel free to to engage. This community is for you. So use it. And believe 30 seconds are almost up and no one has said anything. So we will hop into networking. Thank you all for joining and see you in networking.